Hello, Shalom family. Good to see everybody here. Um, I know many of you heard about all this crazy mess with Nas X, and I was not going to do this. It wasn't until he threw a Bible verse in there. That's when I was like, okay, I got to speak up about this. Um, many people know he is gay. And I mean, this was even over the top for me to see. I saw probably I could get through only part of the video. I couldn't watch the whole thing. It was even too much for me to watch. I did get up to the part where he descended to hell on a stripper pole. I'm sure some of you might have heard that. He actually goes down to hell on a stripper pole. And then he gets buck broken by the devil and lap dance and all that crazy mess. But I was looking a little beyond that at the sneakers. How you doing, KD?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, Alicia. How you
Well,
doing?
I guess I don't have to tell you about Nas X and that satanic video.
Yeah, I heard about that satanic fiasco with the commercial and everything.
You
There's
know,
just certain
KD,
things
I
that
wasn't I wasn't going to say nothing until I saw he threw a Bible verse in regards to the sneakers. Luke 10:18.
All right, hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick.
Okay.
I can't believe he did that.
I know, right? I don't know how much you heard about the video, but I got up to the part where he rode the stripper pole down to hell.
Okay, I got it right here. Luke 10 and 18, and it says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Yes. And we know Satan will fall. Yes. So that was part of what was on the sneaker. So, and they said they had a drop of human blood on there. And I got some updates about those sneakers, by the way. I have some updates. So, KD, I guess we better get started. You feel free to jump in there anytime you want. Okay, let's see here. But I guess since we are in the final days, y'all, we will practically see anything happen. I mean, that's the truth. We will see damn near anything happen. Okay, come on and update here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right. So you can see some of these articles. All right. All right, so that really is the last thing. All right, that I didn't want to show yet. This is what I want to show. Now, since the sale of the sneakers, Nike has come out because what the shoe is, y'all, they took a Nike shoe and they modified it and made it into Satan shoes. So now, because Nike came under a lot of fire over these past few days because people thought the sneakers came from them. And they were like, no, these are not our sneakers. But technically, it is Nike sneakers. They just modified it. So the athletic shoe company, Nike, they're very upset about their sneaker being modified and even part of this video. So, man, I got so many things going through my mind. I'm not surprised about the satanic thing because look, Satanism has been in the music for a long time. So this is really technically nothing new. The music has been used as a tool for these things for a long time. And we all know this, you know. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm going to have to give me just 1 second here. All right. I'm going to stop sharing just for a second. Let me see. Why is this? Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can get this to show up. Okay, why is it doing that? Video. I didn't ask for the video to be played. That's very strange. Okay. Let me add you back, KD. KD, you all right?
I'm back.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get back. I'm going to go ahead and share again, y'all. We're going to get through this. Okay. Okay. Let's go to this first story. All right. So the New York Times, and as you can see, a lot of publications were talking about this satanic video. You know, people made reference to his nails being polished, but you know what? I that's what gay people do. Gay men do that all the time. They'll polish their nails, not only their nails, but their toes, fingernails and toes. So that I'm not really surprised about. So this came out on March 28th, 2021. Nike sues over unauthorized Satan shoes. So as you know, the shoes had a lot of symbolic type satanic things on it. So workplaces encourage employees to donate blood as an act of charity, but 6 workers at Mischief, a quirky company based in Brooklyn that's known for products like toaster shape, bathroom bombs, rubber chicken bongs, offered their blood. So that's where the blood came from, this group known as Mischief. And the blood was used for the new line of shoes. Sacrifice is just a cool word. No, well, actually, wait until you become sacrifice and it won't be so cool. It was just Mischief team that gave blood. One of the Mischief finders, Daniel Greenberg, check out the last name, Greenberg, said in an email Sunday, and, he was approached about collecting blood. Not medical professionals, they're claiming, but a drop of blood is mixed with ink that fills an air bubble in the sneaker. So the Nike Air Max 97. So that's the sneaker they took and modified. Not much blood, actually, we collected, he said. About 6 of us on the team gave. Mischief started selling, and the amount of sneakers that were sold were 666. The pairs of shoes, and they cost $10.18. Luke, $10.18. So they sold these shoes, and they sold on Monday as a follow-up to the line of Jesus shoes, which contain, they said these Jesus shoes contained holy water, and they sold in less than a minute. Greenberg noted that Nike was not involved in the process at any capacity. In a statement on Sunday, Nike said, "We do not have a relationship with Little Nas X or Mischief. Nike did not design or release these shoes, and we do not endorse them." On Monday, Nike they sued Mischief And this was filed in U.S. District Court over the shoes, alleging that mischief unauthorized Satan shoes are likely to cause confusion and delusion and create an erroneous association between mischief products and Nike. The decision about what products to put the swoosh on belonged to Nike, not third parties like Mischief. Nike said in the lawsuit referring to swoosh logo that Nike request that the court immediately and permanently stop Mischief from fulfilling all orders for its unauthorized Satan shoes. Well, that's too late. That's too late. I mean, they've already sold out. Consumer Product Safety Commission did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Sunday about whether there were concerns or legal issues about the sale of the shoes. If we can make people a fan of the brand and not the product, we can do whatever we want. This is what Greenberg said. This is what he told the news website Insider. So they're pretty much saying they don't care what Nike is saying. So let's just take a closer look at this sneaker. So Nas is holding the sneaker. It got a pentagram right here. And you can see Luke 10:18 on the side of the shoe. And it's got the 1/666. That's what's on these sneakers. So there's the pentagram, which is bronze and affixed to the shoelace. And here's the box. Y'all, this sneaker sold on Monday, and they said it sold out in under a minute. Now, remember, they paid $1,018, and it sold out in under a minute for this sneaker. Wow. And it just go to show you how much wickedness. How you doing, KD? How much wickedness there is in the world, y'all. KD, were you able to hear what I said?
Yeah, I was able to hear it. And the funny thing is, you got when you let me take the fam back for a second. It was a few years ago, they literally had shows like Lucifer and 666.
Mm-hmm.
They literally had them shows on television. So all this talk about Satanism, and ain't just in music, it's been all over entertainment for a very long time.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I think what blew me, I heard about the blood. I heard about the pentagram that's on there. But when I saw they put a Bible scripture on there, that's what blew me back.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Satanists out there. They use the Bible too, and they quote scripture. A lot of folks don't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're gonna catch a Satanist, quote the Bible, but use it in whatever wicked way they want,
Mm-hmm.
Heck, even Aleister Crowley, he was slinging the Bible at one point in time.
Well, also, KD, the Church of Satan endorsed this shoe and the video.
That's not a surprise. I mean, again, like some Satanists do that,
Yeah. So everybody, it sold out in under a minute. So that just go to show you, that proves how much wickedness is in this world. For real. It's a lot of wickedness in America. And that proves it right there. Sold out in less than a minute. So Nike, they appear to be very upset about this. It even got pentagrams on the inside of the shoe. Got a pentagram. It got a cross on the tip. It got the Nike symbol. See, that's why Nike is upset. you know, you're saying that Nike is not associated, but you got the Nike symbol on it. Let me go ahead and share my screen so y'all can see this picture, because I want y'all to see this sneaker in detail. All right. All right. Look, this is the inside. KD, can you see this?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. So this is you see the upside down cross. And then there's the Nike symbol. And that's why Nike is upset. Now they're saying the shoe is not associated with Nike, but you got the Nike symbol on there.
Oh, you know? But just for reference, there was a little rapper named 21 Savage. He actually has the tattoos of the downside cross above his eyes.
Yeah, I seen that. That's true. So this is the inside. This is a closer look, because I know people were talking about it, but you know, there's more detail to this sneaker than what we've heard on many videos.
And the thing about it is, I'm like, it's like, am I really surprised? Really, no, because this been pushed all over. It's been pushed all over in so-called secret for years. It's like they've been pushing all these symbolic messages, encrypted messages in satanic fashion for a long time now. So as far as this shoe and how it's sold out, the fact that it's sold out lets me know right there that Satan is about to get his ass whooped.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, y'all, look, we are in the last and final days. You can expect to see anything. Remember, we're going to see things we never seen before. And look, many of these entertainers, just like KD was saying, you know, that we've always been Satan, but most of these people, a lot of them, in fact, you would hear about, oh, well, that person's a witch, or you'll hear, you know, these actors and actresses and people in the music industry are Satanists, you know, and, you know, when you see something like this, it pretty much confirms it.
Who really runs the music industry? People that look like Nas X's boss, the record company exec, and most of them are homosexual Satanists.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're on the top of the chain, managing the Nas X's and all these other little rappers out there, they pushing this agenda on the rappers, because if the rappers don't help push it, guess what? They're not in the industry.
Right. And look at who they got to do this. A black homosexual. Okay. They didn't get nobody from their community. They got a black homosexual. And the people behind, Greenberg. Listen to the name. Amalek behind the whole thing, and pushed out a black homosexual to do this. You know?
And the other thing about it too is like, okay, they're pushing this agenda. Then who? It's like I was saying before, who really runs it at the top? They have a set agenda that they're gonna promote to everybody else. And a lot of people laughed at me when I said you gotta sign a secret deal in order to jump into the industry. And now all of a sudden, look at what Nas X is doing right now. This proves everything that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
That you got to do certain things in order to move up their ladder. And this is what Nas X is doing. I mean, heck, even Jay-Z wore a shirt saying, "Do as thou wilt." Who said that? Aleister Crowley.
Yeah. So, sold out in a minute. And look, America is in a serious decline. If this act alone don't show you that, nothing will. Nothing will. You know, I was looking at, thank you, John L., for the super chat. The thing is, KD, I was looking at an article early this morning, and they are telling Germany that this third wave They just got through 2 waves. They're in a third wave. They said this third wave that they are entering right now will be worse than anything they ever seen. It's going to be far worse than the first 2 waves. They're warning their people. But over here in America, what are they telling you? Oh, go back to the beach, go to the restaurants, take the mask off, get your kids back in school, take your vacation. That's the message they're giving in America. But they are warning how bad the next wave is going to be.
Look at Texas. Yeah, look at Texas and look at Florida. Texas infrastructure, like you said one time, Lisa, it's going to take a long time for them to rebuild that. And look at Florida. Cases are constantly going up. I think you just did a video about the South Beach stampede, and cases are going through the roof.
And I think in like 3 days, they went up 16,000 cases right there in Florida, where all that, the spring break is going on in South Beach. 16,000 cases. That's why they threw the curfew in there. And since then, they've been trying to run all of these young people all out of there and trying to make them go home. But they have pretty much ignored the curfew. They're not even paying attention to it. America's in a lot of danger. And you saw the CDC director practically crying, saying that she's scared of what's coming. She's scared.
And why would the female CDC director say something like that? Because she knows what's really coming.
Yes. Okay. So just with all the activity of things going on, look, y'all, in Daytona Beach, they had a bike rally where over 450,000 people showed up. And then shortly after that, they went right into spring break. Now, people from all over the country. In fact, there's people even in other countries that will go into Florida for the spring break. And the bike rally, people from all over the country goes to the bike rally. And just think about what's coming. You got Memorial Day, you got Easter, Passover, where people are going to be gathering and going back into these churches in big numbers. The surges are not going to stop. They're going to keep coming and coming and coming.
But what I continue to hear all of a sudden, this vaccine and the pill and all these other vaccines going to be the be all end all. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Thank you for bringing that up, Katie. I got something I want to show y'all. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, let me see if I can show this on the screen to y'all. Yeah, I should be able to. I'm just going to play like a short clipping of this. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I want y'all to see this. All right, let me share my screen again. Let's see, where is it? Not there. No. Here it is. All right, let me share my screen. I just want y'all to see a snippet of this. Katie, just to let you know, this is Israel that I'm going to show you. This is Israel.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's now shift our attention to some pretty concerning news that's come in from Israel and what is being said to be a major blow to the efficacy claims of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Over 12,000 people who were inoculated with the Pfizer vaccine have tested positive for coronavirus in the state of Israel. According to the Israeli Health Ministry, some 189 people tested positive after receiving their Pfizer vaccine, and about 6.6% of those have tested positive. Now, according to reports, about 69 people had even had their second jabs of the vaccine. Israel's vaccination drive began on the 19th of December last year, wherein elderly people and also people with comorbidities were prioritized for the Pfizer shots. Now, more than a quarter of its citizens have now reportedly been inoculated with the Pfizer vaccine, at least the first dose of it.
All right, you heard that, right?
Yep, sure did.
That's Israel, y'all. Israel. 12,000 people got the vaccine and they tested positive in Israel. And they're pretty much saying that if this vaccine don't work, then we're pretty much doomed. That's what's coming out of there. And you know, they're weighing everything on these vaccines. They're trying to make it seem like this thing just can't fail. It's foolproof. And we know that's not true about any vaccine they put out. But this is the message they're giving to the public. But as you can see in Israel, and I'm sure that number is way bigger because that story actually came out, y'all, a month ago. So I know it's got to be bigger than what they're telling us now. And you notice the US, they sparingly report on people that get the jab and then come up positive. They have, think about this, y'all. They have nothing to fall back on if the vaccine fail, and we know it's going to fail. They have nothing to fall back on. It's not like they can say, okay, the Pfizer vaccine failed. We're going to go to antibiotics. They have nothing to fall on. Nothing.
And what they got paid for that first trial, what, 1.5 billion? And I also heard that Moderna got $1 billion of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So things are not going well. I would suggest listening to foreign news because American news is just trying to stay on this little rosy course and make you believe it's all with, this is all behind. We're going to be at herd immunity by summer and all, none of that stuff they're telling you is true. None of it.
I'm gonna say this for those who didn't hear me before. Big Pharma runs our media. Every time they go off for commercial, what's the first thing that pop up? A big ass Big Pharma commercial.
Mm-hmm.
That's who runs our media.
Yes. Yes. No, and you know what? They're going to have to take it seriously sooner or later. And see, the thing is, by the time they take it seriously, this place is going to be in complete chaos with COVID everywhere. So I think the last time I look, it's 30 states. They're saying all that are surging in the country since they called themselves reopening everything. 30 states.
Yeah, they're reopening it because they're losing money. Let's just keep it real, Lisa.
Yeah,
that's the real reason.
Right, you're right. They don't care who they got to sacrifice to keep this economy open. Just know that. They don't care how many people die. It's all about the money. They don't care about us.
I mean, this is why, and this is also why, so-called conservative states like Texas and Florida is reopening it because they want that revenue.
Right.
That's why they're not wearing masks and all this other crap. And I heard that dumbass governor from Texas talking about, oh, we're going to keep business as usual. Well, we'll see about that when this wave come from Germany to hit your state again.
Mm-hmm. So what they're pretty much saying is we're not closing again. We are going to keep everything open. They are going to have to close again.
But once bodies.
Well, but how are you going to keep a business going and everybody is sick?
That's what I'm talking about. So basically, we're just going to keep rolling until everybody's gone.
Yeah. So they don't care about us. They don't care. So if you got to be a sacrificial lamb so that they can make money in this economy, they just know they don't care. They don't care. Money over people. They don't care about you. If you die, when they are trying to open their economy, and that's too bad. That's too bad for you and your family and children that you have that are raising. Too bad for all of you. And
Well,
remember,
wait a
if
minute.
you get sick, remember, just let me just say this one thing. Remember, if you get sick, you can't sue. Remember that. You can't sue. Go ahead.
Um, I'm not trying to ask a dumb question or anything, but don't you need people in order to make the revenue?
Yes.
Because if there aren't many people around for the revenue, for people around, don't the revenue dry up too?
Yes. Yes.
So if there ain't gonna be any more people that keep dropping like flies, what happens to the revenue? It dies, don't it?
Yes, it does. Mm-hmm.
I mean, just want to know. I just want to know, Lisa.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. No, that's what happens. Just know one thing, y'all. The best, we went through a separation. March 2020 was the big separation. I don't think the Most High intended for them to open the economy and us all come back together. I don't think that's what he wants us to do.
And there's the big clue, Lisa. The Most High is shutting it down.
Yeah, and look at what he's going after, what they love the most, the money. Okay, look at what he's going after.
And the thing of it is like you look at every single state. Of course, they're making their own decision and everything, but I clearly see that things are not going back to normal as they thought it would. Even
And
when
it's
they
not.
open it up, they're
It's not.
experiencing problems.
Mm-mm.
Just like you pointed out not too long ago, we had to get a foreign report about the Fed Reserve System damn near crashing. And
Uh-huh.
I believe there's still parts of it still not up and running.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
So
our governor, and you listen to how prideful many of them are sounding. Like our governor here in New Jersey made an announcement that this coming school year, the schools will all be open in the state of New Jersey, and they're not closing them again. They're going to stay open for the entire school year. And I'm telling you, they won't. If you notice, kids are getting it more. If you look in the news, kids are getting COVID more than they did in the beginning. So, all of them are sounding all prideful and, oh, we're not closing nothing else. And well, yes, you will. Yes, you will. If your whole workplace is sick, you ain't going to have a choice but to shut it down. And America has showed when it comes down to dealing with a pandemic, they're completely clueless. They have done bad with this pandemic for an entire year.
and Mr. Build Back Better, Jim Crow Joe, been in office for what, more than 2 months now? And
Yeah,
things are looking worse.
it sure is. Sure is.
So what happened? So what happened to all that Build Back Better, huh, Jim Crow Joe? It ain't building up like you think it is, huh? You even got your own female CDC director saying it's gonna get a hell of a lot worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like I said, things are not going so well. And, I'm waiting for next week for them to say it's up in all 50 states, 30 states.
It
So,
will.
remember the variants are fast moving. They move way faster than the original virus that we were dealing with in March of 2020.
And the other thing of it is, I think they are, Lisa. I think they're just hiding the. I think they're just hiding the report and just releasing it when they feel it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about the Suez Canal, but you know what? That situation is still bad. If you go back and look at the articles, they're saying that that vessel that they got unstuck is being assisted by tugboats. It's still not floating on its own. It's literally being pulled by tugboats. And I was laughing because there were a lot of vessels that were around at that same time. And I was reading that 5 of the vessels, ladies and gentlemen, had livestock on it. So all of that livestock that they had on those ships were on there for days longer than what they should. And they were talking about, according to international policy, they can't throw dead animal carcasses from those ships into the ocean. Thanks, PDG, into the ocean. So whatever's on there, they got to keep it on there until whatever dies along the way, they got to keep it on the ship until they reach the destination. And KD, did you hear about what was on the ship that was stuck?
Oh, what was on there?
Well, dildos, y'all. Dildos.
Are you kidding me?
No.
What?
No, listen, dildos was on. It was
What
other
the
things,
hell?
but there were dildos on there. Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah,
Oh
really.
my gosh.
Mm-hmm. That's embarrassing.
So I guess a bunch of women they was about to cash in on that order, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you messing up somebody's game. Yeah, there were a bunch of dildos on there.
Wow, that is nuts. That is nuts. I guess a bunch of women got exposed, huh? Try to keep their oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. And I think they said some of the ships went around Africa because they couldn't go through the Suez Canal. So they had to go around Africa in order to reach their destination. And they said that takes up more time and fuel. That's why a lot of them didn't want to do that. And there were a lot of vessels that just sat and waited for them to move that ship. They didn't take the chance to go around Africa. They just sat there. So there were many vessels just sitting there days and days waiting for that one to get moved. That evergreen. But when you read the articles, they call it ever giving.
Ever giving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess dildos are ever giving to whatever that woman wanted to do, huh?
Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy because I mean, but see, this whole thing, not just with the main story, but this is just for me like a continuing example that things are falling apart.
Yeah.
That their love of money is being interrupted, and
Right.
it's like
KD, that's exactly right. Yeah, you notice every time something goes bad, it's always something that directly impacts the money. You're right. I noticed that. I noticed that too.
And the thing of it is like it doesn't matter whether it came from the Suez Canal, this little demon shoe getting sold out, lawsuit gets. It's like everywhere the green is getting affected in one way or another.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you know it's directly from the Most High. He's going after what he knows they love the most, and that's money. America economy, I don't care what they decide to open, y'all. It is never going to be the same. They will never see pre-COVID like 2019. They are never going to see that ever. They're not going to see that anymore. Those days are behind them now.
But once the variants come hitting here again, I mean, it might even take them to die in order for them to see it. Mm-hmm. But wait a minute, they'll be buried in the ground, so they might not be able to see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And if you notice, also, I want y'all to take notice. Notice how many family members are getting into feuds where they're damn near killing each other and are killing each other. It's a lot of people that are related going after each other, and it's turning out to be deadly. I'm also noticing that uptick.
Yeah, real estate deals falling apart, other mergers and acquisitions falling apart. It's like the whole damn thing is crashing right before our eyes, if you're
Mhm.
really aware.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot going on, and just keep your eyes open, because I don't believe, because Europe, they're slowly closing down again. And America is trying to be all prideful, like we're not going to be doing what they're doing. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Didn't they say in
Yes, you will.
Lamentations? Didn't they say in Lamentations 4:21, telling the daughter of Eden to live it up, because the other side of it is that they're gonna come crash it down, and that's what's happening right now. They're drinking from the cup of ooze right now.
The gnashing of teeth. Yep. The gnashing of teeth.
Mm-hmm. And guess how they gnashing their teeth when their pockets are getting empty. They pulling lints out their wallets and purses now.
Oh, yeah. And they can't stand being around their kids. Look at the ones that are demanding the schools open. We need to get these kids back in school. But you notice the majority of parents ain't feeling that. Many of them are, I'm seeing articles where parents are like, no, my kids are going to continue to be home. I don't want them to go back. See, what the parents are pretty much saying is, you need to eradicate COVID before we're comfortable sending our kids back. That's what they're pretty much telling them. And then you got the ones that don't like putting up with their own kids, and they're demanding their kids get put back in school.
Wait a minute. They telling them to eradicate the Rona, but what is up with them not eradicating their own filthiness?
Mm-hmm.
Who is the number one race of folks that is top high in filthiness everywhere? It's them.
Yeah.
And because of their filthiness is even contributing to some of the filthiness that's in the air that is causing what? Corona!
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's why, every time they have those events like those biker rallies, they get called super spreader events, because ultimately that's what it is. Thank you, Danielle Meyer, for the super chat. Thank you. Wow. New Orleans, there's a 24-hour vaccine festival happening right now. Wow.
Had they even got a vaccine rally up here in Fort Field, where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
a football stadium.
Yeah, they're here where I am. They're trying to open up more places for people to get vaccines. That's what they're trying to do.
It's like they really relying on this temporary so-called Rona shot or jab.
Mm-hmm.
Jab, I'll say that.
Yeah, and you heard
try to open things back up.
Yeah, you heard the AstraZeneca is causing blood clots in people. That jab. Thank you, Mr. Pirate Brain. Yeah, people are getting those AstraZeneca shots, and they're getting blood clots.
Oh, great! Another big pharma company jumping in on the cash cow.
Oh, lots of them.
This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And some countries are saying they're not going to give out that shot. Now, Biden got them, millions of them. He sent them to Canada and Mexico.
Now he act like they're going to mess around and take the shot. Looking at what's happening to them, they ain't going to take that shot.
Yeah, but they said Mexico, it already fell apart. Their drive to vaccine their citizens has failed. You can pull up those articles. It has fallen apart. That's why so many of them are coming to the country now, trying to cross the border and get the shot here, because it has essentially failed completely in Mexico.
Oh, so that's what that was all about. Oh, no wonder they flocking back to the border. Oh, they're trying to get the shots here because they think it's better quality.
Yeah. Amin J, thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons, but there's all groups coming from different parts of South America, but the ones that are Mexican, they're coming for the jab. They want the jab. And you can thank Joe Biden for all of these people coming. He was the one that opened his mouth talking about immigrants were welcome. Thank you, Ellen Collins, for the super sticker. He put that out.
And wait a minute, Lisa. Wasn't that the first thing he said when it comes to his bullshit campaign trail?
Yeah. See, as soon as they heard he was going to open up the border, thank you, Akira, for the super chat. Yeah, see, what they did was during his campaign, he was pretty much letting everybody know he was going to be there for the immigrants. And that being said, all you got to do is say you welcome immigrants. They're going to be flooding that border for the next 4 years, y'all. Thank you, Lady Rule, for the super sticker. They're going to be flooding for the next 4 years now. But see, it's not going to turn out the way they think, ladies and gentlemen. COVID is here. Many of those people are coming across the border with COVID. Just know that. They're coming across with coronavirus. That's why they're calling these immigrants super spreaders. And not to mention, many of these immigrants have died. Just look up the farm migrant stories. A lot of them have died from COVID. That's why
So they
think for them to get the jab, the farm workers to get the jab, because so many of them have died.
So wait a minute. So they trying to run away from a dirty needle. They won't take a jab from their dirty needle, but they trying to run up here in front of right back to a broken infrastructure to take a jab from a system that has broken infrastructure everywhere.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Because I mean, this whole vaccine system, I mean, it just shows right there that even deliveries have been late. So you got late deliveries on top of a broken infrastructure amongst the vaccine system, and now they pushing a pill that might not even work. It's like, what are you running back to? What are these immigrants running back to?
Yeah, I mean, they can come here, but don't anticipate anything big other than many of them are going to get sick. They already are. Many of them in this country are sick. If you look at the Florida, look at the numbers, and they talk about how many of the immigrants are sick. Thank you, Diana Renee, for the super sticker. They're sick.
Yeah, southern Florida is like a vaccine Rona war zone down there, because it's full of immigrants down there.
Yes, it is, and they're working those orange groves and picking those grapefruits, and they're on the farms. And how do you social distance on the farm? Because those crops have to be grown close together. You know, you can't it's not like you can go and pick fruits and vegetables in social distance. You can't do it. You can't do it.
So pretty much through
that's why they're
pretty much through them working on the crops and everything, they're sitting there spreading it, through the products. And once the products hit, products hit a certain company or a certain house or whatever, they spreaded it there.
Yeah, they already said they are picking up COVID on the produce, and it's got to be in the meat because many of them immigrants are handling the meat. So and that stuff, like the crops they do in California, that stuff goes nationwide, y'all. That just doesn't stay in California. It goes all over the country. Same with Florida.
And then they load them up in these trucks and they drive them to these places. Even the trucks are becoming super spreaders now.
The trucks, and don't forget the water and the sewers. And you mean all that COVID is in there too, just like drugs is in there. So you got all that coronavirus in there. So in a sense, it's going to reach us some kind of way, one way or another.
So, like, I'm just asking another dumb question. Like, what the hell has Jim Crow Joe's administration really solved? Nothing.
They can't. KD, come on. Anything that comes from the Most High, already, it's not coming back void.
No,
And
but I'm not. No, but I'm talking about on the side of these arrogant ass Edomites thinking that everything's gonna be sweet, but yet nothing's been solved.
no, that you know how delusional they are. They think if they speak something, it's going to come true, which we know when it comes down to COVID, that's just simply not going to happen. All you're going to have
I almost
ultimately.
forgot. I almost forgot, Lisa. With every time they move their lips, they lie.
Mm-hmm. And ultimately, all of these people running to get this vaccine, they're going to all be sick. All of them are.
Yeah, because I done went and handled some business the other day, and some tax lady told me that she was gonna get her shot. When she asked me about that shot, I said hell no. And then
Mm-hmm.
she was sitting there giddy talking about she was gonna get it. I'm like, you go ahead and take it because I'm not messing with that.
Yeah, yeah. Neither am I. They can take mine. I don't want it. You
So
know.
I was like, so I was telling them the other day, go, be free. I mean, go ahead, take it. I mean, if you feel like it's gonna save you, by all means, take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm not inspired. I wasn't inspired on taking the shot when they came out with it in December, and this is what, the end of March, and I'm still not inspired. Mm-mm. I'm not taking that thing. That's just my personal choice not to do it. I don't see no
I mean,
benefit. What benefit are you really getting if you still got to wear a mask? You still got to social distance. You still can get it. And their thing is, but you didn't have to be hospitalized. Well, there's many people that get it now without the shot and they don't have to be hospitalized. I
and
don't see that as
there's a reason that their media don't report on it, because if they actually report on it, the whole buzz of this jab would die.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Vincent Taylor, for the super chat. Yeah, they can keep selling it. I'm not interested. They haven't said one thing about that shot that would make me run and get it.
And then on top of that, who's making it in the lab? Because I'm pretty sure it's not Negroes in these labs making it. It's them.
Mm-hmm.
And last time I checked, I mean, the so-called jab was really made for their temples, not ours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we shall see what happens. I think, they're so giddy about this summer. And I'm telling you, when summer get here, it is not going to be what they think. It is not going to be what they think. Mm-mm.
Oh, but wait a minute. Isn't it all this Rona vaccine stuff? Isn't that a form of witchcraft too? I believe it is. Because think about it. They sitting there taking the jab from the very people who represent Satan in human form. So that's a little form of witchcraft too. So if you're partaking in a shot, you're partaking in some form of witchcraft too,
Yeah,
which
well,
is what the Most High warned us about.
Yeah, well, you got to look at their track record too. They come out with that flu shot every single year, and the flu is around every year. Okay, and there are still people dying from the flu every single year. How come that didn't eradicate the flu? So I
And
mean,
then to go even deeper, Lisa, look at all these other prescriptions. Ain't solved one damn health issue yet.
yeah, but they're not
Haven't solved one yet.
KD, they're not trying to cure you with a prescription. I can tell you that offhand. All they're trying to do is mask your symptoms, and you can keep going, but the actual disease is still there. Look at how many of our people. Thank you, Sonia Brewer, for the super sticker. Look at how many of our people are on high blood pressure medicine. Are they getting cured?
No.
No. But what it does, it will mask and disguise it so they can feel good some days, and then other days when their blood pressure is up, despite the fact that they're taking pills, they feel lousy. Their blood pressure is always fluctuating on those pills. So it's not resolving nothing, but it's just kind of masking the problem, but it's not fixing it. So
pretty much,
medicines are not there to cure you of anything.
so pretty much they put us on these so-called prescriptions to keep to make us their guinea pigs forever, which is nothing but a cash cow back to these damn insurance companies.
Yeah, they're not interested in curing anybody.
See, I knew I wasn't crazy.
No, not at all. So KD, we're going to go ahead and end. Thank you so much for coming and being on the panel. And
glad to be back.
We'll be doing this again because I know I have a feeling Nike is going to be very vocal leading up to this lawsuit they got against.
Yeah, all they're trying to do is run away because this is bad for their brand. You know what happens with that? They don't want their green taking a big dip. That's what that's all about.
Exactly. Yeah. So everybody, please have a great day wherever you are, and we'll come back and do this again real soon. Shalom.
All right, shalom, Lisa.
Yep. Shalom, KD.